few good guidebooks are great. These are my two go-tos. This one you can find in a number of stores on the island even. So if you want to pick it up, I can tell you where to pop in and pick it up. But it's just a quick little guide to mushrooms in the Midwest. So this would probably work all the way down to Missouri. And in Colorado and California, there's a lot of the similar ones, so it's kind of cool. And this is a little more thorough, a lot more options to look through. It's categorized by Latin name, so that's also something you'll want to think about when you're going out and learning about mushrooms. A lot of the kind of higher up foragers will use the Latin names, and I'm going to use the basic common names while we're out here. I think they're the easiest to learn and retain, and since so many of us are beginners, I think it's the best place to start. So this is a good one for that. I will always carry a little mesh bag. One of the things, a faux pas of mushrooming, is putting your mushrooms in a plastic bag or a plastic container. Mushrooms spread through spores, and if you put them in something like this while you're walking through the woods with your mushrooms, you're actually helping the habitat by spreading those spores. If you put them in a plastic bag, they're being smothered and they lack oxygen and they're retaining all of that moisture. And by the time you get done with that walk, the mushrooms are probably going to be mush, especially if it's a warm day. So you'll want to store them in a paper bag. You wrap them in like a wet cloth or a wet paper towel and put them in your fridge. And think moisture. You want to keep them dark, cool, and a little damp, but not too damp. So I carry this. Carry a handy dandy knife. I like this kind of knife. There's lots of different styles, but you want a long knife because a lot of the mushrooms you find, for example, the hen of the woods, can be up to 30 pounds. That mushroom would be about this big. And you're going to get off the base of a tree, and something with a long blade is going to help you out in cutting through with that knife, so you're not just pulling it off the tree. And then sometimes you'll find woody knives. This is a walk where you'll find chaga on some of the birch, and chaga is a very, very hard woody mushroom. And the only way you're going to get it off is with some kind of saw blade on your knife. So this kind of does it all. And oh, this is a good one. I'll also bring a toothbrush, an old toothbrush. One of the tricks to a nice harvest of mushrooms is picking clean. You want to leave as much of that dirt and debris in the forest, because if you put it in your basket, all of your mushrooms are going to be sandy, gritty. It's really difficult to clean off because, for example, a black trumpet or a chanterelle is a very delicate mushroom, and the more you wash it and handle it, it's just going to fall apart. So I do a little bit of cleaning in the woods. I'll trim it off, and you don't need a fancy tool. They do make mushroom brushes, which are very nice, but I find a toothbrush is just as good. And then I carry them in, this is a wine picnic basket that I got from one of the orchards in Bayfield, and I tied a leash to it. You know, pretty basic. But again, it separates my mushrooms. It's really nice, and it's also releasing those spores. So a basket is a really great thing to carry around too. You can use any type of basket that just has some aeration through it. And that's it. That's all I